In today's video, we're going to look at how we can use different strategies to add multi-digit numbers when there are 3 or more multi-digit numbers. So we're going to use 3 different strategies that we've talked about with other triple-digit addition strategies. And so the first one we're going to go over is standard algorithm. So that's where we're stacking those numbers and using the different place values to add. Before I do each of these examples, I want you to pause the video and see if you can try them on your own, and then you can work through them with me and check your answers. So first we have 138 plus 314 plus 21 plus 282. So when you have more than 2 of those numbers, 3 or more, you can use that same strategy of just stacking them and adding. You'll just have to add all of them together here. So I have them stacked so that the place values are lined up, the ones, the tens, and the hundreds. I do notice that I have a 2-digit number right here of 21. If it helps me to put in a 0 to hold that place value so I'm reminded that there is something there, it's a 0, that can be helpful too, but you don't have to do that. So I'm going to start by adding over here in the ones place. And remember, when I'm adding, I don't have to add in a certain order. So if I see ways that I can add quickly, then I can use that. So for example, here I see an 8 and a 2 is going to be 10. 4 and 1 is 5. So when I put all of those together, I have 15 ones. Now when I have a group that gets large like that, I only have 1 digit to put them in. So I'm going to put for 15, it's going to carry the 1, the group of 10 within 15 up here into the tens column, and then the ones of 5 stays down here. Next, I'm going to move to the tens place. So again, I see an easy 10 right here. 8 and 2 is 10. And then I have 3, 1, and 1, which is 5. So that should be 15 again. And again, if I got to a group that's large enough, if I have 15 tens, that's really 150. So I need to carry that 1 in the 100 over to the hundreds column. And then the 5 goes down here. Then finally, I'm going to go into the hundreds column and add those. I see 3 and 2 is 5. 2 more, 6 and 7. So my sum would be 755. That's just one strategy. Another strategy you can use is expanded form. So again, I want you to pause, try on a whiteboard to solve using expanded form with these 3 numbers. So we have 726, 83, and 139. I'm going to assume that you already paused and that you've tried it out on your own. Let's see if yours matches mine. So in order to do expanded form, I'm going to have to write these numbers off to the side in that expanded form first, and then I will add. So 726 becomes 700 plus 20 plus 6. 83, again, there's nothing in the hundreds place, so if it helps me to put that 0 as a placeholder, that's fine, but you don't have to. I could put that over here as well, that there's 0 hundreds plus 80 plus 3. And then finally, I have 139 becomes 100 plus 30 plus 9. Now I need to add all of them together. So I'm going to start with my ones. I see that 6 and 3 is 9, and I know that 9 and 9 is 18. So I will have 18 ones. Well, I need to split that apart. 18 ones has a group of 10. And 8 ones. So I'll put that 10 up there to add with the tens, and I have my ones as 8. Next, I'm going to add my groups of tens. I have 8 and 2, or 80 and 20, which I know is going to be 100. Then if I add 30 and 10 more, would be 140. So again, I'm going to put my 100 up and carry that over into the hundreds column. Then I would bring my 40 down. And then finally, I'm going to add my hundreds together. I have 7 plus 100 is 800, plus another 100. 800 plus 100 is 900. Now I have 900 plus 40 plus 8, so I need to put that back into standard form, which would be 948. So as we're going over these strategies, it's great to have more than one strategy so that I can check myself. So if I'm not quite sure on this, I might use the standard algorithm to check myself as well. And if 2 of those different strategies tell me that I'm correct or give me the same answer, then I'm probably right. One more strategy that you can use is that you can use base 10 blocks. And so I'm going to zoom out just a little bit, and we are going to use base 10 blocks to help us out. And we're going to start again in the ones column, and we're going to just pull out those base 10 blocks based on each of these. So I have 1, then I have 9 more in my next number here, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then in my last number of 116, there's 6 ones, so I'm going to pull out 6 more ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And notice that I am pulling those out so that they look kind of like a tens frame. That makes it really easy for me to see that I have groups of 10. So like right now I see that I have a group of 10 here. So I would need to trade those in and make that into a 10. So I'll leave that there for now. Now I'm going to go into my tens place, and I see that I have 5 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 3 more tens. 1, 2, 3. And then I have 1 more 10. Okay. Now I can put this 10 over here with these groups of 10 so that they stay together. I'm going to move them over just a little bit so that I have some space. All right, then I'm going to do my hundreds. So I have 2 hundreds, 6 hundreds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I have 100. So I'm going to take a look. It's telling me I have too many on here, so let's take a look. I know I already traded some of my ones for a 10. Let's see if I can make a group of 100 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I do have 10, 10, so I can put those together and trade that for 100. Let me double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I still need that one more out since I had too many. So I know that I will have 6 ones. I have no 10s because it made a group of 10 to make to 100. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And remember, I had the one that said it was too many, so I'm going to draw that in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 hundreds, which means I went to 1,000. So 0 tens, 10 hundreds, which means I have 1,000. So my sum would be 1,006. You could also use drawings for this as well, like I did in the end when I ran out of space. But the idea is to have multiple strategies to help you so that you can solve them and check your work to make sure that you are correct.